So absolutely, AI has been a centerpiece of everything we do for a few years now. It started with all the AI technologies in the last, 5 to 7 years. But in the last 2 years, it's even became more important with generative AI. And I think this year in R82, which we are launching now, and that's, I think, something pretty big, puts AI really in the center. I mean, in our Threat Cloud, there's over 70 or more security services. I think about 55 of them are already powered by AI. With R82, you can actually talk to the system in human language. You can, all the things that we learn how to do in our super cool tools that I'm very proud of designing some of them. You can now just say, add a rule that prevents that, or allow Mark to access the most important systems, and our generative AI will translate that into security actions. And I think that's just the beginning. And so I think for me, it really blows my mind and how much we can do with that and how much we are already doing with that, but how much more we will do with that in the next few years.
Yeah, for certain. I mean, Copilot as an example, like you mentioned, right? Text language, ask questions, how can I do this? How can I do that? And getting answers back in a quick way makes us more efficient, helps us, develop that better security policy. So again, 22 years ago, who would have thunk, Gil, that we would have that capability? And it's pretty impressive. But let's use this again as a segue to talk about generative AI. Because I think that plays into sort of this next evolution of leveraging artificial intelligence to create better security policies and more prevention. Gartner says over 80% of enterprises will be using generative AI by 2026, which is not that far away. We have events now around generative AI usage. There's new regulations around it. There's potential for data loss. So what's our strategy, Gil, with the quick adoption of generative AI in the security space, and what's our strategy?
So our strategy first is to make AI center of everything we do. So I spoke about the engines in Threat Cloud and that we have 55 of them. You've mentioned Copilot and how we can program or not program, ask questions or talk to our system in generative AI, but we become far more than that. The hackers are using AI, we will be using even much better than them. And I think part of it is not just to automate the processes that we're used to doing traditional ways to AI ways, but actually take AI and do our job. And don't be afraid. I think if you're a security administrator and analyst, it's actually a good thing. Many of the routine tasks that we cannot do 24/7, analyzing our logs, asking questions, will be done by AI. And even think about it a little bit more philosophically. When we look at the opportunity of AI, it's not just to replace the routine processes that we do and make them simpler and easier for us. It's actually just like when somebody asks us, please add this user to the system. It's not add this IP address with these services, but please allow Mark the access that he needs. That's the AI will be able to do just that. And the AI will ask us back, okay, who's Mark? Or find out by itself. And what does Mark needs to do? And what's the best security practice? And I think AI will make us real champions as security professionals in advancing the state of connectivity and the state of security.